Hello guys, and welcome to another video on this channel. Now this is the first episode of a new series that I am starting on this channel, and I have named this series as Tuesday Talks. Now this will be more like a candid talk, or you can say a general thing, a general discussion regarding business, print on demand and other businesses that I do, and also about the current you can say the situations that are going to affect or that are currently affecting this our businesses. So hopefully this will be an ongoing series. Now for today I would like to discuss the current situation, that is the coronavirus situation that is going on globally, and it has affected almost all of the sides of the, or you can say every business, and not only in a single country or any particular country, but throughout the world. And even the people who are actually previously working from home, it has affected those as well. As I myself, I have been completely working from home, doing print on demand and other freelancing businesses and all that. And so I would like to discuss this thing in this video. And also another thing that I have noticed in past week or so, and that is profiting from the crisis. So I'll be discussing some of the points, some of my observations regarding those and that as well. Now the thing is that I myself taking this time of you can say isolation or quarantine time, just to relax and take some time off from the business, not too much work on that, because it's not going to give me any kind of you can say return, as the sales are dropped and everything. You know the situation. So I'm trying this time to focus on this thing and also learning something new or regarding my skills as well. So so there is something that I would like to share, that I have observed and that I would like to share with you, and that is the profiting from the crisis. So you might have seen this thing previously. You can see on the news, or you might have found it through other social media platforms and all that people are kind of profiting from this scenario, this whole situation. And there are different I would say that different ways a person can profit, or you can say an organization or business can profit from this scenario. And some of these ways are actually I would say illegal, and some of these ways are actually legal. And of course the illegal ways I'm not going to discuss here, because that's not the, you can say, the point of doing of this channel and all that. And also it's still immoral and all that. But in terms of the legal things, if you group if you select these things, those practices, legal practices through which people are actually profiting from this crisis. Now there are I would further categorize those legal practices into two groups. One is immoral practices, and the other are moral practices. Something is legal doesn't mean that it is also morally correct. So for example, there is a shortage of different items, and you can say those face masks and those gloves and sanitary items like hand sanitizer and all that. Now if a group or a company is actually producing these kind of items and they start to sell those items at a higher cost, then that would be still legal. They are selling the actual product. That is nothing wrong with the product, but they are selling it a little bit higher cost. So that is still legal, but it is, I would say, an immoral way of doing the business or profiting from this. Then the other thing is that I have myself experienced in my line of the business, that is the moral way of you can say profiting from this crisis. Maybe this term that I am using, the profiting from crisis, kind of seems like you can say a bad term, a bad way of doing things, a bad impact on all this. It gives a bad look, but it doesn't mean that it is a bad thing. For example, you have might have, as I mentioned in my previous videos, that there are certain ways you can profit from you can still make money online, and even in this whole scenario, that is the digital downloads. Now those, there are certain people who have some good digital download, there are templates, there are softwares. So these are the things, so they are offering discounts to to the people, so that they can get more sales. Now I would call this way of profiting from this crisis to be you can say that a morally correct way of profiting from this whole scenario. Now if you are offering discounts, if you are have reducing the price for something, and in return hoping for more sales, if you are hoping for that thing, that what I would say is that is a good practice, and you can still make money in this whole situation. Now there is another example that I would like to share with you, that is the example of Pretty Much Pro, and that is for a Google Chrome extension for Much by Amazon. So that extension is currently in the pro version, available for everyone who is using Much by Amazon, because of this current scenario and the situation that is going on, and the decision that Much by Amazon has made regarding closing all the production facilities for the Much by Amazon products. So Pretty Much Pro, they have decided to you can make the pro version available for everyone. Now this is a really good strategy, because in this way those who are not using the Pretty Much Pro version, they somehow now can see what the pro version offers, what are the things that they might have been lacking by not using the pro version. Now once all this scenario is goes back to the normal, everything goes back to the normal, then Much by Amazon again starts their production facilities. Now Pretty Much Pro will again go into you can say that subscription way of so in this way, this is going to help them in this way, that those people who might have not been using it previously, they would like to use the pro version in the future, because they have seen the feature, they have actually tested the things that the pro version is offering. So this is a great example of another way of you can say utilizing this current scenario, current situation in in the benefit for your business. Another thing that I have previously mentioned is the Affinity Designer and Affinity Photos and Affinity Publisher software, that those people are offering 90 days free trial, and also they are offering you can say the offering their software at a reduced price, 50% off currently. So these are the ways in which, if you are you can say providing digital downloads, maybe fonts, maybe any templates, ads on anything that you have been previously selling. Now if you reduce the price of your subscriptions, maybe, or the price of your products, digital download products, now this is the time to do so, because in this way people are staying at home, they are more likely to surf the internet more often as they might have been doing. So some of the people might have been doing this online business thing, the whole thing, as a part-time. Now when they are stuck at home, they have more time to can say think about these things, online business, think about the different tools that they are going to explore a lot of this whole thing through the internet. So the usage of internet has increased, and you might have seen this thing in the news that the usage of Facebook has increased, and I have myself experienced that I have been saying more and more ads on Facebook, ads for the digital products, design related products. Of course the Facebook tags everything, so I'm not going to discuss that, but you can see that we are seeing more and more of this whole thing. So this is where I would like to say that if you are doing something in this way, this is not I would say that an immoral thing to do. This is a moral way of doing business, and if I may say, it is profiting from this crisis, and it is a morally correct way of profiting from this current situation. Now let's talk about the Much by Amazon and all the different print on demand businesses that I have shared videos on previously. So Much by Amazon is still closed, Spreadshirt is currently running, and also TeePublic and Redbubble are currently in the you can say currently running their businesses. Their production facilities are still going on, they are still shipping the products. to the customers. But there is something that I would like to share here, is that it is, as a consumer, if I am going to buy something in this scenario, in this situation, I would be reluctant to buy something new, a physical product, in this scenario, because of the two reasons. I don't know how that product is manufactured, what are the conditions of the workers of at the facility, if a person might have a coronavirus or not, if he is infected or not. So also you can say that it takes time to you can say production of particular product, and then the shipment and all that. So the time by which it reaches to my destination, my house, that product, that virus on it might not be alive, or might not be, you can say, in active form. So but still, there will always be a reluctance to this thing, the purchase of the products. And you might have seen this notice, or you can, this announcement on Much by Amazon, that they have closed the Much by Amazon facilities, because the you can say that the amount of orders have increased, the increased number of orders, the increased demand of different products. And that increased demand is not for these type of products, that increased demand is for those products that people need in this situation, their sanitizer, their different things that they are going to help them protect this whole against this disease and this infection. So because the demand is increased for other products, they have closed, shut down on these products, because these products would not be selling as much as the other products are selling. So this is something that they are doing. And there is, as a consumer, that I was saying, that I would be reluctant to buy these products which I don't really need, or you can say unnecessarily need for current situation, in this situation. And one of the reasons that I have already mentioned is I am not sure about the production facility. Another reason is that those services through which I'm going to receive the product, the person who is handing me the product, those delivery person, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not sure about that person, whether he is infected or not. And also that person is going to deliver different products to different houses, different locations. So he might have come into contact with a certain person at a certain location while delivering the product. The person is infected or is a carrier. So there is always a fear of this thing. So keep this thing in mind if you are running your own stores, or online print on demand stores, if you are printing your own shirts at home. So keep this thing in mind, that take this time to focus on other things, and not too much into the production facility and then producing the products and trying to ship them, because of the current situation the products might not reach them in the proper time, and that in the deadline that you might have mentioned. And there are a lot of other factors included in this thing. So this is the current situation. And again, I would like to say here is that take this time to either focus on different digital download sites of the products, or you can say business freelancing thing and all that, or just take this time off, focus on something else that you like to do, or maybe just relax for some time, because you have been working so hard. Because on the overall, if I have seen this whole scenario, whole situation, when all the shops are closed, everything is closed, you cannot go out as you can say you might have been going out previously. So this whole scenario is kind of you can say have put a break on this whole hustle of this life, and it is time to maybe relax somewhat, just to think and take appreciate the things that you currently have around you, your family, your the people around you, that to which you might have not been giving that much time previously because of the whole hustle of life. But this is the time to take a break from all that, and focus on the things, and try to appreciate the things that are currently available in your life. And hopefully we'll be back to our businesses, our online, all this life as normal as we have been previously doing. Now how long it would take, well, I'm not sure, and I cannot say anything about that currently, but hopefully it will be soon. And it will give this our life, or our you can say that our way of behaving, our way of thinking, our way of doing businesses, our way of dealing with others, a new turn, a new way, a new, you can say, a goal of towards our lives. Everything will be renewed in this whole situation. And the last thing I would like to say is that in this whole situation we will be seeing a lot of fake news, a lot of things that are coming from the sources that are not, I would say, is that the genuine sources. So always try to get information from the genuine sources, from the sources that are, I would say, that who are more what who are more, you can say that, authorized or qualified to give information on this thing. So stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.